Hey, morning guys. So sorry, I'm doing this while I'm driving because time is no one's friend at the moment, and it being February, it's a really busy month for us. But I just wanted to discuss something that had happened this week. This week's really been a week of mixed emotions. Like, we've had lots of wins, and I've also had lots of moments where I've just gone, are you actually kidding me? So one of our patients sent me a message to say that they had started participating in our online What is Rare challenge, and this challenge is really about getting people to identify with what is rare with them. So it's not necessarily aimed at patients on their own, but it also encourages members of the public to find what's rare and unique about them and their lives, etc., so that we can all develop an appreciation for rare things. Because as we know, when it comes to rare plants, rare animals, rare diamonds and jewels, etc., we do everything we can to protect them. But when it comes to rare people, all of a sudden no one really wants to, it's like too difficult a conversation to have, and everybody's like, oh no. So anyway, so she participated in the first day and changed her profile picture, etc., to something that was quite celebratory of being a rare patient. And at work, at the new company that she's just started working at, someone came up to her, one of her managers, and said, oh, well, what is this rare condition? And always taking the opportunity to educate and raise awareness, she explained her condition, etc. And the manager turned around and said, well, you surely didn't put that on your CV. And I mean, the mind just blows. So firstly, you're not obligated to disclose anything like that in your CV or even in a job application. That was done largely to protect individuals that were afflicted by HIV, AIDS, etc. And that is the law in this country. So you actually, if you suffer from migraines, if whatever the situation is, you're actually not legally divulged to say anything about that in a job interview or job application. However, they also never asked anywhere on there about her health. There wasn't any questions or anything like that were health related. Are you relatively healthy? In the last 3 years, how many days have you had to take off work, for health related illnesses or anything like that? There was nothing like that. And then also to now discriminate against her simply because of the fact that she does have a rare condition is actually quite ludicrous, and I cannot believe it still happens. So for me, I just can't understand why individuals don't see people. Yes, there is the issue of the fact that you might have to take a little bit more leave than the next person, but I can tell you our rare patients make up for that in numerous ways. I've seen it in kids of school-going age who are rare patients who are having to take time off school. They make up for it because we don't look at it as, oh, we've had to miss a day of work and now we don't, that's their loss. We know that we have to work harder and we've got to make up for that time. And if we miss in class tests or issues at work or whatever, we certainly make up for it. Secondly, being a rare patient teaches you and gives you attributes that are absolutely so valuable to any company. Things like resilience, things like pushing through when it's absolutely hard and difficult, and giving you determination to get to the other side. I've seen rare patients that push their bodies through moments that are physically impossible, and they get to the other side because it's what they've had to do. They are completely tenacious. They are filled with empathy and compassion. They are really good humans because of the journey that they've walked a lot of the time. And it's just really, really breaks my heart that people can still be so narrow-minded when it comes to employing anyone with a chronic health issue. And just a reminder to all the managers and HR, etc., out there in the world, you could be the next person. that gets impacted by a rare condition. You know, we all sit in our ivory towers on the presumption that it's everybody else's problem. And I was like that too. I literally had like really no interest in like health and like sick people and all of that. Like, it just wasn't anything that featured in my life. And then all of a sudden, overnight, I became a rare disease mother. So, you know, just also like just bear that in the back of your mind. And I really hope to any employees or HR managers or even staff members that see this, just have a little bit of compassion and empathy. Take the moment to understand. Make whatever concessions are necessary to make that individual's working environments suitable for them. And then, honestly, just embrace them. They will be the most loyal. They will give you 150% of their souls, because that is what they've had to give to live every single day. So it's not new to them. That is how they are, because that's how they've had to be. And I really, really hope that we can just use this as an opportunity to be educated and really just do what we can to these. I mean, we've got a whole section of the population that is unemployed, not because they can't do the job. It's just because people have this perception that because they have a chronic health ailment, they are incapable, and it is absolutely not true. So I encourage you, if you've had CVs across your desk of rare patients, consider employing them. If you've got rare patients working for you now, look at them as valuable members of your team. And for those of you who are working with members who are rare patients, have a little bit of compassion and empathy. It would go an absolutely long way to creating some form of equity in the workplace for our patients. So sorry for the long rant. I know it's Friday, we're all supposed to be positive, but yeah, I really just wanted to get that off my chest, because it just absolutely blows my mind that we can still be so narrow-minded in days like today.